Alex, you guys forced 26 turnovers tonight. That's been a hallmark of the Thunder, but also something that you obviously bring to the table as well. What was key in that tonight? Even I know that's not like the outcome that you're going for, but what was key in generating those?
Mm, I think we played a good effort. We played connected for the most part, and we just have a lot of guys that are, good at getting deflections, good at anticipating, playing passing lanes. At any point in time, we got 3 to 5 guys that can, guard the other team's best player or be in the passing lane on the backside. So it just was really, really tough for other teams, I think, to handle that.
From a mental standpoint, in the first 2 games, you guys haven't had good, clean looks go down for you. How have you guys maintained the focus and the poise to just keep running good offense through that?
Yeah, I mean, you just have to trust it. I don't think anybody on the team is one to force or to get discouraged on misses. Obviously everybody wants to make shots, and that obviously makes the game easier for you. But being able to control, the rest of the game, the stuff that is controllable, is really big. And I think that's why we had such lopsided victories in the first 2 games, even though we haven't made percentage-wise haven't been shooting the ball as well as we can.
Going back to the turnover, obviously, like being feisty, poking balls, is like that's obviously your brand. But being around this group, like I wonder, in what ways has that maybe added to your spirit at all? Like your approach?
Yeah, it's fun to watch. Usually teams have 1 or 2 guys, like I said, that do that, and I'm usually one of those 1 or 2 guys on a team. But this team is full of guys that just love playing defense and are really good at, like you said, getting deflections, getting steals. And when you see guys play like that, it makes it easier for you to have good energy and play hard.
How's the visiting locker room?
Do what?
How's the visiting locker room?
It's the same as I remember it when I was in LA. Small showers, small bathrooms, but no, good to be back.
What was it like for you just coming back, seeing obviously the video tribute, the reception from the fans? What was that kind of thing?
That was nice. It was nice, I talked to Shoot Around today just about, 3 years here, and I feel like I really gave it my all and put my best foot forward to try and have success and be a contributing member of the team for this organization and for the city. So for them to say thank you like that, it means a lot. And obviously, like you said, like this is my second game with the new team. I've been with them for a month and a half, maybe, a month and a half, not even 2 months. So it still feels a little weird coming back here this early, being on the other side, coming through the different tunnel, and then seeing so many guys on the Bulls that I still have great relationships and close relationships with.
How would you look back at your time with the Bulls? I think obviously won a championship with the Lakers, but really ascended as like a defensive star in this league. So just kind of how do you reflect on that time in your career?
Yeah, it was on a personal level, it was a time of great growth for me. I was put in a position to be able to do a lot based on either guys being out or situationally me just working on my game and improving and earning the trust of Billy and the coaching staff, and ultimately my teammates. They gave me a lot of trust too to go out there and play the way that I know how to play and impact the game. And I just kept trying to build on that, and I thought I had a really productive 3 years for me personally, getting better. And then obviously as a team, we would love to have more success. Like everybody plays the game to win, and we didn't win as much as we wanted to. But I thought I left it in a better place than I found it. I don't know if that's true or accurate, but I feel like the energy and the effort I put forth mirrors that.
This last one is, I know you were kind of joking around with some of the guys, talking about getting steal on Zach, and then obviously had that strip on him in the game. Yeah. What was that like?
I don't know why he did it. He knew I was going to reach. That's always good. And then I can't remember if I got another one or not. But yeah, I missed a couple in the first game, so I was a little disappointed. So it was good to get a couple tonight and get the average back to where it needs to be.
Chet starts the season with back-to-back double-doubles, 16 rebounds tonight, career high for him.
Oh, wow.
What are your early impressions on playing with Chet?
Yeah, I mean, Chet can do so many different things. Special player, he gives us versatility, he gives us dynamic that not many teams in the league have, just with his skill. And then, he's he's a tenacious competitor. Like he wants to improve, he wants to be better, he wants to be great, and he wants to win. And those are things as a young player are phenomenal to see. And then obviously as his teammate, you love to see that too.
Alex, for the couple times you matched up with him last year to now, I guess, how has your perception of him changed, and how does he make you look different as a player?
Who is that? Chet. Yeah, we played him so early last year. You could tell he was still getting his bearings. First game of the season of his rookie year, and then playing him a second time, maybe a month or two later in OKC, he'd gotten a little better. And then, by the time I watched them play in the playoffs late in the year, you could see the growth was exponential. Just about him being comfortable, seeing how he could affect the game, and then being his teammate now. Seeing all those things that I just described, really competitive guy, wants to win, wants to get better, like has a drive to get better and be the best version of himself. That's all you can ask for in a teammate and basketball player.
Obviously, like you play with AD, you've seen what that kind of player looks like, the mold. Just what do you think Chet's ceiling can be in this league, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, the AD comparison is a tough one just because AD is so accomplished, where he's at in his career right now. And Chet obviously has a long way to go to match that. But I think he controls his destiny. Whatever he wants to accomplish in this league, he's got it in front of him. Like I said, he's got the work ethic, he's got the competitiveness. If you have those two things where you have the ability to get better, you have the want to get better, and then you have the work ethic to get better. Like if you have those things, you can control your own destiny in the NBA.
And obviously, you and Josh would swap 1-for-1. I think from where you can see the relationship he has with some of the guys that are still here. Just what did you sense in terms of their approach when they were attacking him maybe tonight?
Yeah, I mean, they obviously had the scouting report on him, and vice versa. Bulls, my old teammates with me. I think it was probably a little weird for him too, just seeing so many familiar faces and having different matchups. And he got the best of them a couple of times, and they got the best of him a couple of times. And that's what good players do. They look for weaknesses to exploit. But you're gonna have to ask them about how they felt matching up with their old teammate.
Thank you, Alex.
Thanks, guys.
But it seemed like the last 6 minutes or so of the second quarter really amplified even more. Can you tell me about that stretch of the game and what you saw there?
Yeah, they play with great pace. So when we were behind the ball, they were tough. But when we could get back and set the defense, the guys did a great job on that end of the floor in some critical stretches, including that one. I thought we defended pretty consistently throughout the night, on a night where we obviously didn't make a ton of shots, ton of threes, missed a lot of layups. So needed our D tonight, and it was there for us.
It seemed like it could have been easy to get pulled into sort of the current of how that game was being played, but offensively, you all continue to try to create good offense and get good shots, high percentage looks. Tell me about the mentality of the team.
Yeah, I thought our mentality in the first half, shots weren't falling early at the rim or from three, and I thought the guys did a great job of doubling down on our identity and the way we want to play. And then I thought it wasn't poor intentions, I just thought we got a little casual in the third and then got it back going again. So for the most part, a pretty good job of staying in character by the team, and we got to continue to learn from that. We're not always going to shoot the ball well.
Chet, I mean, just the rebounding tonight and something that he said he's taking pride in, that he feels on the floor, the strength that he added, particularly in his legs. What'd you notice?
Yeah, he was awesome tonight. He was everywhere, especially on the interior. Did a really good job. Another, big matchup with Vucevic, and he really did a good job cleaning the glass up for us. So played a really good game.
You talked this season about how you're going to be fluid with the starting lineup and try out different things. Obviously, you had a different look tonight. Do you have a sense of how many different looks you might be looking for over the course of the season? Are you going to have a new lineup every game?
We take it game to game, so we definitely want it to be fluid so that, we take a look at a lot of different things and make sure we're discovering the team and not getting too rigid too early, because there's a lot of players that we like and a lot of guys that have evolved since last season, and we need to see how this particular team fits together, and we're going to be aggressive about exploring that throughout the course of the season.
You forced 26 turnovers tonight, it looks like. Obviously, led the league in that category this year. Do you think there's even room to grow in that area this season?
I mean, it's never an outcome that we're seeking. You know, it's not like we go into the game saying we want to force a lot of turnovers. We go into the game talking about our defensive intensity and putting teams in a crowd and making them make decisions. And I thought we did that tonight. We forced them to make decisions, and we benefited from that. But the turnovers are an outcome of that. They're not, the means to the end.
Along the same line, I wonder, based on what you've seen from Alex's demeanor, everything, when he's reaching, when he's, tapping balls from behind, like, is that contagious?
Yeah, he's got just a great knack, with his hands. And I think that's, Shea does a great job with that. Dub does a great job with that. Kaysen does a great job with that. Lou, it's more with his chest. But, we get guys with pretty active hands, and he fits into that category. And it's disruptive. It disrupts rhythm. We're going to take a couple fouls doing that sometimes, but we think it's worth the payoff.
Many of you were asked this already, but we checked, obviously, he endured a lot last year with just the rebound discussion, some of the situations he was put in. But I wonder how you've seen him grow as an individual rebounder since then.
I mean, we hit it, but he's definitely, I think the strength is a big thing. And just the pace of the game, the game's slowing down for him. On both ends, he did a good job. He got a couple big offensive rebounds tonight, too. Or kept him alive, at least.
Anybody else? Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.